Good morning, advertising class. So for today, we're going to continue the chapter 6 with regards to advertising organization and its legal environment. So previously, we already discussed the 6 advertising organization, and today we will add more, at least 3. So let me share with you our PowerPoint for our discussion for today. Okay. First on our list is the Cinema Advertising Association of the Philippines, or we call it CAAP. Ngayon, alam naman natin na kalat na ang pagkakaroon ng cinema everywhere in the Philippines. So in every malls, hindi mawawala na mawala ng cinema because of the good target of income na rin when it comes to movie in the movie industry. So cinema is said to be regarded as a supplementary medium. And we all know na when it comes to cinema, before viewing the talagang yung movie is there are lots of advertising, isn't it? So it's one way na pwede sila mag-promote of every product that the company has. So it is inherent characteristics of sight, sound, and motion presented on a wide screen to a captive audience, make it a very powerful advertising medium. And it's said to be the cinema advertising in the Philippines is assured of its rightful place in the advertising scene. So magandang target din talaga when it comes to advertising ang cinema. Moving on with the other organization, which we call the Independent Block Timers Association of the Philippines, or the IBA. So it is said to be, it was formed to participate in the challenge of the broadcast industry, the alliance which would bring about changes and improvements in the industry and would carry a stronger voice to meet the increasing demands for improvement and development in the dynamic world of broadcasting. So yun yung objectives nitong organization nito. And when it comes to they have this 3-point scheme, which we will just discuss one by one. So they have the to work, number one is to work the professionalism of the block timing industry and to participate and contribute to the upliftment of program standards. Then to enhance and make more effective the working relationship between IBA and the networks, and to work in close consultation with advertisers and advertising agencies, as well as other industry-related organizations in all trade matters affecting each other mutually. So more on sa sa television and radio advertising. So this is a group wherein they can promote more on this field. Okay, so to foster the social responsibility among block timing practitioners and help protect the welfare of the general viewing public. So probably you might be thinking, bakit ba but they use the word the block timing? It's easy as that na when you advertise, of course, you're blocking the time for the program, and that's why doon na nga papasok ang advertising. So kaya they name it as a block timing. So we have another organization, which is the Outdoor Advertising Association of the Philippines, or the OAAP. And on this organization, they actually promote more on the code of ethics when it comes to advertising. So they have 8-point that they have states here, the 8-point framework. So number one is to build the structures only in areas where provincial or local government regulations permit the building of such structures. So every members of this organization, they have to adhere as well. Lahat ng ito, point by, kaya nga sinabi ng point by point they have to follow. So yung building structure daw that they have, even though it's provincial or local government, dapat may permit, which were as discussed before na mayroong mga permit nga yan. So number 2 is to locate structures with discretion and good taste with respect to the frequency and concentration. Number 3 is to support zoning based on sound community planning. 4 is to display only outdoor advertising which adheres to the Philippine Code of Advertising Standards, which on later we will discuss on. Ano ba yung mga rules when it comes to having an outdoor advertising? Saan ilalagay dapat ba ang mga billboard? Gaano kalayo? Yan, yung mga distances from the highway, from the buildings, yun yung mga dapat na basihan. Then number 5, if the place displays only on properties owned or leased by the outdoor plant operators. Hindi kasi ganun kadali lang na if you wanted na gamitin itong building and then you have just to place your billboards, hindi siya ganun kadali. So there are rules and there are also what do you call this, the contract between you and the owner of the building. So yon. Then number 6 is follow rigid standards of design, construction, and maintenance in the interest of safety and good viewing. When regards to this, of course, we said to have the construction pa lang, it should be very yung strong points nung mga bawat corner niya, and yun kumbaga they follow the safety protocols as well na talagang matibay yung mga materials at hindi yung mga mumurahin lamang. And number 7 would be the support actively and continually worthy public causes through the contribution of space. 8, last is the fulfill the obligation to advertisers and their agencies or the representatives both in the letter and in the spirit of the contract. So everything should be written in black and white form, of course, and then yung sinasabi nating contract or the agreement between the advertiser and of course this association, and if there is a third party involved as well with the may-ari ng building, yan, yung ng space, then there should be a contract. Okay. With regards to their guidelines, these are the following points that we have to consider. So avoid installing billboards or the advertisement of competing products or firms side by side or on the same line of vision. Let me check. This is the one that I'm telling you. So those are mga billboards that you can see wherever you go. You have to make sure, you have to observe, meron ba silang kaparehas na na competing brand? Diba wala? Dito sa along the EDSA, you can see when you check on this on the left side, from the cell site ng Sun Cellular, the others are different brands. So Ginger Straps are, I think it refers to the product, the bag or any apparel, and then the bank, which is the RCBC bank card, and then yung katabi niya, the beauty that is in the facial care. So hindi naman siya competing brands, isn't it? Then yung sa baba, Kalayan, hindi rin. On the right side of our example here, hindi rin siya pare-parehas. Diba? Almost the same din pala yung laman, no? Ginger Subs, and then the Sun Cellular, Canon, and the Bench, and what is on the other side, I cannot makita ko anong brand yun. In general, hindi sila magkakakompetensya sa isang malapad na billboard. So they adhere on this rule or the guidelines. Next is all outdoor signs must be properly identified, which we saw it already. Temporary structure erected on a proposed locations to identify the actual site of construction must be respected. So, yun nga. Then avoid the installation of a board to cover another board. Of course, in the world of ethics, syempre ayaw mo naman ng tinapalan mo na nga yung picture ng ibang tao para ikaw lang ang mapansin. And the same way goes with this guideline na parang kumbaga walang bastusan naman, di ba? Kung makikita mo na yung billboard ng isa ay medyo projected at hindi ka makita, then it's up to you as the advertising agency na medyo overlap ng konti para makita yung ads. So, ganun lang naman din. Okay. So, the copy shall not in any way contain or convey message that are, so ito yung nilalaman ng iyong advertisement. So obscene or offensive to public decency. And I guess yung mga illustration na pinapakita natin sa mga billboards as well, medyo, you know, they have to pass through yung censorship kung tingin ba pwedeng makita ng mga bata. Ang laki-laki ng billboard mo pero nakahubad naman yung ano mo, yung model mo. So they have to abide with the rules. But of course, we can say na sasabihin nyo, bakit yung mga underwear na product, they can post on the billboard. It is an excuse probably because of the product they are selling. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, hindi naman sa lahat ng malalaking billboards ay ganun, isn't it? It would be, you know, yung sexy, yes, they allow it. Pero as much as hindi yung revealing yung buong katawan nung model mo. Then false or misleading or deceptive. Yan, basically yun lang naman yung mga ginagamit natin sa mga words, di ba? Yung mga headlines na ginagamit, it should not be deceptive as well. Then the third is offensive to the moral standards of the community. Well, so far, wala pa naman ako nakikitang ganitong words na nakikita or sa mga advertisement. So I think everybody is following the rule. Okay, violative of any national or local law. With this, we all know that there are some advertising na talagang ng, how can I say, dun sa, I think you watch other advertising in the television, which is, you know, offensive when it comes to our local culture. Ayan, may mga ganun eh. I watched that with, sorry to give you the names, but it's a fast food chain na medyo offensive kaya in-stop nila yung advertising na yun. Probably if you will ask me or chat it with me, you may ask it na lang, yun ko na lang ano. But then it's not, kasi lahat ng mga commercials na yan, dumadaan din naman sa mga screening. So, they really studied first, although nung una na-approve, and then nung nakita nila na later on, napag-aralan nila, nagkaroon ng issue about our, you know, violation of the national local law, then they really have to stop those advertisement. Kasi not everything that we saw on the television or in the commercial ay sang-ayon sa ating paniniwala din, di ba, being a Christian. But then somehow nagkakaroon ng psychological factor din siya na hindi natin namamalayan na kasi yung commercial na yon is about kids, a boy and a girl na parang meron lang binigay si boy ng French fries and then si girl na hindi naman niya talaga kilala, kinuha, kumain dahil sinubuan siya, merong moral violation when it comes to that na parang sinasabi or this commercial is showing na gano'ng kadali pala bumigay ang side ng mga female when it comes sa merong binibigay lang ang mga lalaki. So it's somewhat confusing, but then again, it's the how can I say, the one who's criticizing those commercial have the right naman din. Okay. And the others, marami ako nakita sa YouTube, if you can study all those advertising. So if you someday will be able to produce those kind of concept, be cautious enough. Yon, yung kung psychologically and you know, if you're also violating this kind of laws, be conscious lang din. Next would be the Marketing and Opinion Research. This is another organization which we call it MORE. So this is an independent marketing research organization that unites the different research agencies toward common goals. So to study it, we have here they continue the professionalism of the industry. Okay, then the cooperation among research organizations. Ayan, maganda kasi din tong organization na to. And the upholding of the highest standards of research and the business ethics. Well, of course, as you will pursue on the third year of your course, you will take the business research on eventually. So when it comes to research studies, maganda rin ito for you to understand what are as well the yung applicable, sorry for that, applicable on the marketing research yun, on this site. Okay, now let's proceed with the Senate Bill number 1714. Well, it is said to be that late Miriam Defensor, who was the one who pushed through with this act, okay, itong Senate Bill na to. So it states here, the Senate shall promote a just and dynamic social order that will ensure the prosperity and independence of the nation and free the people from poverty through policies that provide and improve quality of life for all. So bakit sinasabi ng free the people from poverty through policies? Well, of course, if we have this kind of policies, lahat tayo ay may equally rights to do our will. So, hindi lahat ng sinasabi, kung sinasabi nga nila na lahat ng mga may kaya lamang, na lahat ng may kapangyarihan sila ang lagi nasusunod. At least if we have this policy, everybody will just abide with the rules, pantay-pantay rin. So when the billboards and signs constitute a separate and distinct use of the land upon which they are placed and affect the use of adjacent streets, sidewalks, and other public places and adjacent private places upon open to the public, the unregulated construction, placement, and display of billboards constitute a public nuisance detrimental to the health, safety, convenience, and welfare of the residents of the city. So, pag meron nga naman policies, they have to abide kung saan dapat yung designated na ilagay yung mga billboards na ito. They have to follow up as well with the safety rules and yung kapakanan ng mga residents. Right? Dun sa Manila, when we say maglalagay ng mga billboards, gaano ba ka-safe ito kung katabi lang siya? Halimbawa, sa mga condominium, i-attach lang yung billboard doon sa harap mismo ng condominium. How safe it is kung sumusunod din ba siya dito sa Senate bill na ito, then we will understand all of this. So there are 10 sections when it comes to Senate Bill number 1714. Kung isa-isahin natin, medyo magtatagal nga lang tayo, but pahapiawin lang natin ito. Okay? So on the book or on our law, so the first one is the short title, which is regarding the Anti-Billboard Blight Act. And when it comes to the declaration of policy, it states here, it is declared policy of the state to ensure and improve quality of life for all and to protect the scenery and in the environment. So when the section 3, it only defines the terms, which are the billboard, the off-premise billboard, DPWH, which is you already know about this, the MMDA and the DOT. Moving on with the section 4, which is the regulation of off-site signs and billboards. Anong mga ito? Ano ba yung dapat nilang sundin when it comes to erecting all those, billboards? So this will be only effective upon the act of this Senate bill. So number 1 here is no billboard shall be located in a position that obstruct or obscures the view of vehicular pedestrian traffic in such a manner as to endanger the safe movement thereof. Well, marami naman nagkalat na billboard dito anywhere most especially in the cities na mapapansin kagad ng mga drivers. Obstruction talaga naman yung nakikita natin, ang lalaki ng mga billboards. But then again, hindi naman actually ang driver lang ang punteriya ng mga billboards na to, kung hindi yung mga passengers as well. As mentioned to you last time, siguro, I just can't remember what topic it is. Sa Australia talaga, when I was there, walang malalaking signboard or any billboards na will really obstruct you from, glancing your eyes dun sa billboard na yon. Walang-wala. Even dun sa mga national highway, sa mga expressway, wala akong nakita kung hindi yung mga signboard lamang na mga exit route. Yan, ganun lang siya. In our country, sobrang dami at sobrang lalaki pa, di ba? So number 2, each billboard shall be set back at least 25 feet from any road or street right of way line. Yan. So yung sa mga EDSA, yung mga busy streets then it should be, they have to abide with this one with the 25 feet away. Okay, and then number 3, no billboard shall be located within 1,000 feet of any interchange. Yung mga may crossing, no? Within 1,000 feet of any right-of-way of any underpass, overpass, bridge, or tunnel, or within 1,000 feet of any street intersection. Parang medyo conflicting to, no? Pero ngayon na marami na tayong nakikita naman, no? Doon sa mga underpass, sa mga bridge, di ba meron na tayong nakikitang mga billboard signs, billboards nakalagay ng mga commercials doon. So I'm not sure, parang this already violated this number 3. Okay. All billboards shall be erected in conformity with the front, side, and rear yard requirements of the district in which they are located. So, meron din pala sa mga bawat district na kung may mga additional law when it comes to ito sa requirements nila. Then number 5, no billboard shall be erected within 1,000 feet circumference of the nearest property line of the following. So these are the historic sites, school, church, hospital, retirement or nursing homes, cemetery, government building, the public park, playground, recreation area, convention center, any area in which billboards are prohibited. With regards to this, it's basically because of they wanted to be more secluded lang dun sa area na to na walang makikitang iba na advertisement. Diba? Parang kumbaga yung example nyo sa church, kung may katabi ba siyang billboard, ano mapapansin mo? Una, of course, kung ano yung mga naka-advertise. So, yung attention will be caught on that view. Whereas, kung clear lang yung nandun sa likod, di ba? talagang maaliwalas tignan. Katulad na lang yung sa Luneta Park, di ba? Yung statue ni Jose Rizal. And we all know na mayroong bagong hotel building na nagpatayo doon. When you take a picture, ano yung mapapansin mo? Not only the statue of Jose Rizal, but kagad yung ano. So parang ganun lang, yung pagkakaroon ng attention seeker nung nasa background din yun. Same goes with as well with the with the billboard. So they decided this as well. And then the number 6 is no billboard shall be permitted wherever property zone or residential would be between the sign and roadway toward which it is oriented. So this is for the benefit of the residential na tumitira doon sa lugar na yun. No part or foundation or support of any billboard shall be placed on, in, or over any private property without the written consent of the property owner. So basically din naman ito dun sa mga private property, private property, lalong-lalo na dun sa mga companies, probably o dun sa mga malalaking pagmamay-ari ng area na yon, na as long as they have permission with the area. Okay? So no part or foundation or support of any billboard be placed on it or over in public property, including the public rights of way or any utility or drainage easement or upon telephone and utility poles. So yun lang yung difference in between the two mga different areas as well. So itong number 9 would be let's see. No billboard shall be erected or maintained upon or above the roof of any building structure. And we all know na maraming ganyan sa Manila, sa Quezon City. All of the buildings na meron sa rooftop nila. And I'm not sure why na hindi nasunod din itong law na to. Number 10 is no billboard shall be constructed on a lot where it obscures or shades the windows or doorways of adjacent buildings. Tingin ko naman wala naman ding nito violate with this one. The number 11, no two billboards located upon or oriented towards traffic traveling upon the same side of the public street or road with 4 or more lanes shall be spaced less than 2,000 feet apart. Okay, so these are the details that you really have to study as well on the following yan, dami, no? So you just have to understand only the figures that you have to at least be aware of. You don't have to memorize every details, pero if you will be engaged in the advertising in the near future, at least you already know about the Senate Bill number 1714. So I think I don't need to discuss each one. Ayan, very self-explanatory, all the requirements. And when it comes to the Section 5, permit fee and inventory of billboards, as of the effective date of this act, the annual fee for a billboard permit for a new construction of billboard shall be 7,500 pesos. The DPWH, in coordination with the MMDA, shall use additional revenues resulting from the subsection to conduct a thorough countrywide inventory of all billboards, including plotting the exact location of each sign, determining whether or not each sign has a valid permit from the DPWH and MMDA. So if naalala nyo din yung binanggit ni Consi last time, na every billboard is also mayroong mga permit from the municipalities, and same thing dito, kung nasa Maynila din naman din siya, or in anywhere here in along the highway, dapat with a valid permit with the DPWH or otherwise in the MMDA. So yun lang ang basic topic regarding the Senate bill, which yun yung pinaka-highlights ng ating discussion. And this will be the last topic that we have. So let's meet on Thursday. We'll see if we can discuss more and if you have questions. All right. Have a nice day. Thank you for listening.